Oh 2025 has been an epic year for gaming so far. Whether you're into RPGs, casual games, indie games, fuck. Whether you're into RPGs, casual games, indie games, there's been new releases for everyone, and I'm sure you're gonna find a new game to play in this list that I made for you today. So, let's cut the BS and get into the video.
Wait, I'm in.
I'm in. Oh my god. Press any button. Where's the any button? First game on the list is Split Fiction. This has got to be the best co-op game I have ever played. It's a two-player adventure made by the same developers who made A Way Out and It Takes Two, both of which are amazing co-op games as well, but Split Fiction takes it to the next level. This game takes you and whoever you're playing with on one of the coolest sci-fi and fantasy adventures, taking the best of both worlds and merging them chaotically into one. It's got gorgeous visuals, a unique story, but above all of these, the gameplay is what makes Split Fiction so special. Each level was designed with something new in mind. The variety of mechanics introduced with every level made solving puzzles and taking on challenges together a really fun experience. This is so confusing. Why is this so hard? And the best part, you only have to buy one copy to play with two people. Bro, you fat fuck.
Hungry.
Oh my god, you're actually eating them all.
Oh, this looks good. I'm hungry.
It's for sure the best co-op game in its genre that I've ever played. So, if you have a friend, a partner, or anyone, get this game and play it.
I just love red. Oh, look how it's so stupid. It's goofy.
Next game on the list is none other than Hello Kitty Island Adventure. If you're someone who's into cozy, casual games, this is without a doubt for you. You play as your own character on this open world island where you meet a lot of the Sanrio characters. Hello Kitty, Kuromi, Cinnamoroll, My Melody, just to name a couple of them. It plays as both an adventure and a live sim. On one side, you explore this island full of surprises and challenges, and on the other, you help your new friends with unique quests, all while restoring the island and unlocking new parts of it to explore.
For me, impossible.
You get to go on adventures, customize your home, and befriend all of the characters you meet by making and giving them gifts. Whether you're into gardening, bug catching, or fishing, there's always something to do on the island, and with year-round events that invite new experiences and opportunities to collect stuff, you'll never get bored of this game. Also, it is multiplayer, so if you want to do all the things I just mentioned with a friend instead, you can. Now, I play a lot of roguelikes, like a lot, but StarVaders is one of my new favorites. It's almost got 100% reviews on Steam, so I'm not lying when I say it's really fun. This game is a deck building roguelike, and like many games in its genre, there are some mechanics in this game that feel familiar from others. However, StarVaders has cooked, and they've almost perfected the recipe. The gameplay loop is both fun and rewarding. Everything feels balanced, and there's a lot of variety with cards and builds. You can play as 3 different mechs with 10 different pilots to choose from, each adding their own cards and mechanics and really defining their own unique playstyle. There is a lot of synergy between some of the cards, which can create some really cool combos. Also, even with a lot of cards to choose from, I never felt like I had to rely on luck to win my runs or even just make an enjoyable deck to play, something other games in the genre struggle with sometimes. Now, I beat the game on my very first run, but by no means has that put me off playing this. There is a ton of replayability with StarVaders, and even more when you include the difficulty options. The gameplay loop is addictive, and I keep coming back to this game whenever I have the chance because of how fun and well made it is. The next game is a perfect example of when less is more. Metal Garden is a short game set in a strange megastructure where you find yourself searching for answers to your own questions. There's a lot of depth to be found in the emptiness of this mysterious world, and each location feels handcrafted and beautiful to explore. As I said, it is a short game with only about an hour's worth of gameplay. But in an age where video games are always trying to do so much, Metal Garden stands out by embracing the opposite, by being simplistic. This game was made by a solo developer, and while I was playing this, I could feel the inspiration from both the manga Blame and the cult classic video game Half-Life. If you love either of those two, you'll love this game as well. The world of Metal Garden is atmospheric, and it really highlights how a bold and defined art direction can have more weight than graphics. I really hope that the developer continues working on something else because the passion poured into Metal Garden is clear, and it really is something special. If you're looking for a new Souls-like to consume, you have to play AI Limit. I'm not normally into the Soulsborne genre of video games, apart from having played Elden Ring, but AI Limit is a hidden gem when it comes to the Souls-likes. It's not as developed as something like Elden Ring, but it still has a great story, visuals, and gameplay. It's set in a world where civilization lies on the edge of extinction. You play as a blader on a quest to cleanse the city of its ruin and find hope for a new life. Being a Souls-like, this game is of course really punishing, but I feel like it's the perfect entry point into someone new to the Souls-like genre. The enemies are aggressive and the bosses are challenging, but everything feels well designed and the combat is rewarding. You of course have your dodge and parrying mechanics, but there's also something called your sync rate, which allows you to use abilities and enhance your attacks into a more powerful one. And there's a lot of customization, with a ton of weapons, status systems, spells, and abilities to be found throughout the game's world. Speaking of, the world design is great in AI Limit. The levels are thoughtful and everything is just good. This is definitely a game worth checking out, even if you're not a fan of the genre. Crown Gambit is seriously one of the best story-rich games I have ever played, where almost every choice you make has a consequence, and this might be my favorite game of 2025 so far. You play as 3 paladins on a quest to save the kingdom, and you have to choose who to ally yourself with and who to make enemies of. There are a lot of noble families, characters, and other paladins you encounter throughout the game, all with deep personal identities and all with lore and backstories of their own. You venture on this dark fantasy quest through both tactical combat and meaningful encounters, whether that's talking with strangers and learning more about the kingdom, fleeing attackers and other dangers, or choosing which pathways of the city to go through. You'll come face to face with all sorts of enemies, from low-life bandits to otherworldly beasts. It's really an awesome adventure. Also, the hand-drawn art style of everything in Crown Gambit is just so unique and pretty. As I said, there are a lot of consequential choices to be made in this game, either with immediate implications or influences that will follow you further on into the story. With a lot of winding paths and side quests you can end up being a part of, there is a lot of replayability with this game. The card combat is also pretty depthful, and even the choices you make in these battle scenarios have consequences on the story. Each of your paladins can tap into their ancestral powers, enhancing your cards with powerful effects. However, the more ancestral grace you gain, the more unstable you become, and this can impact dialogue at random points and potentially change the course of the narrative and put you in situations you did not intend to be in. I'm so surprised that this game is not more popular than it is. I mean, it has about 100 reviews on Steam, but it is deserving of so much more. The passion that was poured into this game from the development team is heartfelt, and I really hope that they continue making more games just like this one. And finally, the masterpiece many are predicting to be Game of the Year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game is genuinely a masterpiece in almost every aspect. Its story, its visuals, its soundtrack, and yeah, even the turn-based combat that a lot of people seem to dislike for some strange reason. To keep it short, Expedition 33 follows the members of, you guessed it, Expedition 33, and their quest to do what other expeditions couldn't: destroy the Paintress and save the world from its inevitable doom. The visuals are mesmerizing, the storytelling keeps you wanting more, and like I said, the turn-based combat was fun as well. It's different in that you can react in real time to attacks that you or your enemies do, either to empower, dodge, parry, and counter. There is a lot of customization in Expedition 33 when it comes to this, with a ton of different skills, weapons, and these upgrades called Pictos that really let you have control over the playstyle you want. My favorite aspect of the game, however, is its story, and all the characters throughout it. Every chapter of the game was exciting, like a novel being brought to life with beautiful visuals and an emotional soundtrack. And not to mention, this game had some of the coolest boss fights you will ever experience. Ever. Expedition 33 is something special, and for the studio's debut game, it's crazy to think about what else they're going to release in the years to come. If you haven't already, you have to play this game and really appreciate everything that went into making it the masterpiece that it is. And there you have it, that's my list, my favorite video games of 2025 so far. If you have any games you want me to check out, write them in the comments. And yes, I have not forgotten, I will still play Outer Wilds. It's coming soon. Just like more videos are coming soon. Alright, see you guys.